Welcome to Spawn Respawn, a weekly podcast dedicated to gaming news, culture, and nostalgia. This week, we're discussing headhunting game developers, our favourite games of all time, Cyberpunk fake news, and more. Well, my name's Dylan Smith, and I'm joined by Elliot Porter.
Hey, man.
Mitchell Barnsley.
Hoi hoi.
And Kat Gerritsen.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off, as we usually do, by discussing the games that we've been playing this week. So I figure we might actually start off with you this time, Elliot. So what have you been up to?
Not playing that much new stuff that I haven't already spoken about, so this shouldn't be too long of a conversation. But I did start Hollow Knight.
Nice.
Ooh, how'd that go?
Yeah, it's really good. It's on Game Pass now. I'm past the first boss, but it's good fun. It's not hard so much, but like you kind of working out the world at the start of the game.
There's
and
a learning
how it
curve.
actually first boss was pretty cool. This giant, they're all bugs, and it's just this giant creepy bug in armor. It's really good fun.
Who made armor for the bug?
I don't know.
Another
Or a
bug.
sword for the Hollow Knight.
Come on.
It's cool though, like I guess Metroidvania roguelike thing. It's pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty cheap.
Well,
Pretty
it was
G. Cool
free,
art.
wasn't it? So-
Yeah, well, included in Game Pass. It's got really, really cool art style, and like it's very grey for a lot of the start of it, and then like you find some cool areas with like some really cool lighting and pinks and blues and stuff. It's groovy. Yeah.
Getting
so I'll
that
probably
spectrum popping.
keep playing that, and still smashing through Borderlands the pre-sequel. So yeah,
Yeah, nice.
good times.
How's Borderlands going?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I pretty much on top of what I was saying last week. It's just like it's good fun combat, and like co-op is awesome, and the powers are awesome, but the story's just a bit lacking behind Borderlands 2. But getting through it.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty cool.
What about you, Mitch?
Well, I went ahead and got my hands on My Friend Pedro on PC to see what it was like on PC. I'll have to say, I don't know, I still can't figure out why I struggled so much on the Switch, but I really did enjoy it on PC, which is like super cool.
Yeah, nice.
Got the game finished, which is, again, as you all know, single-player games, having it finished, it's pretty bloody good. It's a bloody big deal, must have had a good time.
Bloody satisfying.
Yeah, so just obviously how creative you can get with it in terms of like how you can take out people. Like, I mean, realistically, you could just go through and just shoot everyone and not really give too much about it. But
Twirl.
I always try to make sure I got like a B, like a B or up, so like an A or an S, whatever. I mean, as long as I got a B, I was happy. If I got a C, I was like disappointed with my efforts. I'm like, I could have done better than then.
Did you go back and do it again?
Nah, not really.
'Cause
What?
Your boy didn't get a B.
If I got a C, I was like, well, that's it. I hate myself for it, but well.
But I'm
Still a
keep playing.
pass. It's fine.
But it's
like-
cool because... Sorry, did you have a question?
I was going to just say I liked all the GIFs you posted.
Yeah, the
That's
GIFs
sick.
it captures like, so obviously it uses NVIDIA to capture all the highlights. So I was hoping you could pick certain highlights to post because they're a lot better the ones than I got, Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
There are things that would have been better highlights than the ones they auto-highlighted for you.
Correct. There we
Yeah.
go. Thank you very much.
There is a back record feature that you can set up as well.
Mind blown.
Yeah, I was going to
You
say.
remember the NVIDIA stuff? Like with the GeForce thing?
Like, I'm pretty sure you can, like, back record, I don't know what the time is, but let's just say it's 5 seconds, and just say, I missed something cool, boop.
If you're ever trying to speed up performance in a game, the first thing they tell you to turn off is that.
Yeah, I never have it on. I'm like,
But the game,
go away.
the game is 1.5 gigabytes.
That's
Oh,
tiny.
Pretty small.
Is it
Yeah.
feels like it's a Unity game or something because it's very basic. But I mean, that
it
doesn't
is.
mean they don't get the point across, but it
Yeah.
still feels basic.
Does it look
And it's
great?
Yeah, I mean, for what it was okay. Like, I wasn't there for the graphics. I was there to just get, like, tricky as I possibly could. So, like, I love going up to a cliff,
tricky.
doing a front flip, and then two Uzis left and right, and there's just two guys just going, oh, shit. And then
You're
just
just
get,
like, douche.
yeah,
Douche, douche,
you're
douche.
dead. And then just absolutely laying into them. It was so cool.
My
Yeah,
favorite
nice.
of all the gifs that you posted was the motorbike doing a backflip on
Oh,
the motorbike.
I was
It
so
super cool.
tripped out by that. I was like, it's like, you can do this to do a wheelie. I was like, a wheelie? And it was just like, what? You just like kick it into high gear, do a wheelie while you're doing it. And it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, oh, if you want to do something, you can just hit the space bar and you do a backflip. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Excuse me, what?
And when I found this out, I was like,
It's easy as that.
This is so much fun.
Did you put them on our Twitter or did you put them on your Twitter?
Well, I linked. I should have linked the Respawn one, but I just linked mine one, and then I just would.
I retweeted some as well. That
Yeah,
was so
and then I
good.
would just retweet them through our Twitter channel.
If you want to see what we're talking about, jump onto @SpawnRespawnPC and you can check out the awesome stuff from our talented friend Mitchell and my friend Pedro.
Very
But
cool.
weird game, weird stuff, but it's cool. It was fun.
Yeah, nice. Would you how much was it on PC?
Oh well, it's on sale. If the summer sale's still up, right? Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be still up.
Yeah.
It's on sale for like $10 cheaper than what it is, so it's like $21.
Oh
So
yeah,
bad.
Nice.
I was so surprised that it was cheaper on the Switch for whatever reason
Yeah,
when I got it.
That's
but-
so weird.
How unlikely.
I know.
Switch is such a big pussy for taking all your money. Like, it's gaping for those coins.
It's like you're gonna pay it. Don't worry, you'll pay for it.
yeah, true.
You'll add those funds, and they give you those little gold coin things on the Switch to like offset the cost of like newer games. I'm like,
You bought
just
something.
make the games cheaper.
Have
Just-
some fake gold.
Exactly. Some Nintendo currency. Yeah, well, that's cool that you played my friend Pedro and enjoyed it. You certainly got a lot further than I did on the Switch. But nice, man. What about you, Kat? What have you been playing this week?
Oh, I actually went and bought one of my top picks from the Steam sale from last
Hold on.
week. I went and got Deep Sky Derelicts, and I've been playing a little bit of that. So it's pretty cool. I was initially drawn to it because it reminded me of Darkest Dungeon, and it's got a comic book style sort of RPG light sort of thing. And it's really, really cool. It's card based, which I knew going in, but I didn't realize I don't know. I don't really play card based stuff, so I didn't really understand what that meant fully. But it was sick. Like, you go into a battle and each character has a deck which you can't see or draw from, and it automatically does it all for you. And you can just choose which move you're going to use that turn. So there's different classes and things. Like, I've got a scavenger, a medic, and a leader, and like the leader can buff other people. The scavenger is meant to do scavenging, but I use it for all my damage. And then I've got a medic as well that heals everyone, and they all get like 4 different tool types. Like a tool is one of the types, a shield, then you've got things like a long range weapon or like a power glove to punch the out of people. So that's been pretty cool. I'm still kind of confused by the loot system because I see all this loot and it's like 4 power glove, but I can't put it in my power glove. But I assume I'm just too lower level because I only just got to level 4 and just picked my like class specialty. But it's super cool because you just go out onto these derelict ships and you run around. And I also, from playing Darkest Dungeon, I expected every room to be like an enemy or something, but it's really not. You just run around the ship searching for rooms that actually have stuff in it, and they've got pretty cool NPCs that say some funny shit to you. One dude that doesn't like to be a human anymore, he wants to be a robot, so you got to go find a robot that will accept him as its like underling and absorb his memory into itself and all this weird stuff.
God.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Deep Sky Derelicts, huh? Very cool. Very cool. Wait, what sort of style is it? Is it like... It's not like third person or first person or anything like that, is it? It's kind of like...
It's like it's like side scroller, it looks like.
Right.
Kind of, when you're in the battles, but other than that, it's like a top down, and you're looking at just like squares, which is inside the derelict that you're in, and there's blank
Right.
squares, ones with triangles, which are like signals, so they could be enemies or people of interest, and then there's
right.
ones with lines in it, which are areas that you could loot.
Nice. I haven't like seen anything about it. I'm
Yeah,
curious
me
to check
neither.
it out.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty chill. It's pretty chill.
Wait, how much was it?
It's on sale, so I think it was like $4 or something.
Wow.
Like-
Oh, that was
alright.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice.
All of my Steam games that I wanted to grab, they added up to $40. So,
Nice.
you know,
Got a neat little bundle.
yeah, nice and chill.
Very cool.
Sick. What about you, dog?
Well, I've been playing two different games this week. After the massive effort that was Crash Team Racing, and how we put in the effort to 100% the game. I'm not going to say we put
Thanks,
in the effort.
Mitch.
I'm going to say
Mitchell put in the
We
effort.
put in the effort of like supporting him, I suppose. Like we were sitting there
Yeah.
next to him, being like, "You can do it, man."
I mean, you bought the
can
game,
do it.
so you can take some credit.
True, and it was my PlayStation, I guess, in my house.
I'm
But
at
whatever.
50% with mine now.
Yeah, wait, you are?
I'm at 50%, yeah.
Oh, 50%.
Yeah,
right.
50%.
I was going to say, I thought you 100%ed it again.
Nope.
I was like, damn, boy.
Not yet, no.
Yeah, far out there. But still, we appreciate your efforts.
Thank you.
So this week I was playing Resident Evil 4 because y'all boys know that I'm a Resi boy at heart. I love my Resident Evil. So I figured why the not play Resident Evil 4 because I had it on PS4 and hadn't played it in ages. And it is the best, dude. It is the best. I love that game so much. It is like the story is utterly ridiculous. You're like Leon Kennedy sent by the president to rescue the president's daughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like going to Spain to like chase after this cult that abducted Ashley Graham, the president's daughter. Yeah. And you go up there, and I love it. The first person you meet, like you walk into this shack, and there's this like heaps decrepit looking, like Spanish dude, and he's just like, oh yeah, he's like speaking to you in Spanish, and you're like, okay. So he pulls up an axe, so you just shoot him. You just straight up cap the guy in the face. And then the first thing, like when you action to examine him, the first thing it says is he is not a zombie. I love that. Like, what the who thinks that? This is like in any other situation. Of course he's not a zombie. But like in the context of Resident Evil, it's just like, he is not a zombie. Like, there you go. That's nice. The only enemy there. But basically, I adore the game. The progression system's incredible. The story, as I mentioned, is ridiculous. But it's like as you go through, you continue to... you get gold and you find objects that you can sell to the merchant and you continuously like upgrade your guns.
I love that merchant so much.
It's the addictive gameplay loop of these awesome action sequences in which, if you shoot them in the kneecap, they drop down. Yeah. You shoot them in the head explodes. Like that sounds, you know what that sounds like right now? Normal. That sounds like games these days. This game came out in 2005 and was the precursor to so many of the games that we love, especially from the third person perspective. Yeah. I just think that it is... I said it to Mitch before when he was over playing it. I was like, it's been a privilege to play this again.
And that was my first time playing it as well. So I was like, I actually got into it. I was actually really enjoying it. I didn't think I would.
Because I was fully like wanted Mitch to come and check it out. I expected it would play it for like maybe 20 minutes or something like that just so we could see it. And like, because I definitely wanted to ease him into it. But he just started playing it and he was like, of course, he's just amazing at it. Like like every other game. I'm like, he like asked me how to do something once and he'll never ask again. He's crazy. But what did you think of it, man? What did you?
I honestly love it. Like I said, I love the merchant more than anyone.
What are you buying?
When you finally buy something, I was saying to Dylan, like, he has a very like anime laugh. Like any of the anime, like especially like One Piece, like the characters in that, they usually have like really weird laughs, like jump. He was like, oh, I loved it. I loved posting anything wrong. But I thought. So the reason like I didn't think I'd like it is because of that, you move, you turn, you move, you turn, you move, and I'm like, oh my God.
So it's tank controls with a third person camera.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but it made it like a challenge, so I enjoyed it, and I was kind of like trying to adapt to it. Like, Dylan's like, oh, you try not to do that. Try and like use your X button, like so quickly do quick turns. So if I wanted to go quickly right, I could just go left just a little bit, then turn the X and I switch right and be facing right way. So I could be quick to turn right, then it would be
literal workarounds, hey?
And then satisfying kills like with shotguns and like it was just it was. I had a really good time, and I was actually keen to keep playing it. And I was like,
I want you to play it because I'd finished the game and I'd gone through with a second run through where you keep all your stuff, and we had like pretty much upgraded everything. So Mitch is playing it. He's absolutely decimating everything in front of him with this like ridiculously OP friggin' shotgun. It was just beautiful to watch. So yeah, that was my plan. I wanted to get you hooked on that game. So you go home and play, and you're like, this game sucks because it's going to be so hard.
I see,
You're going to not have any upgrades. You're going to have the original weapons. It's going to be so brutal.
I would suffer against the hands of the El Gigante.
El Gigante. Ay, 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 senor El Gigante.
The El Gigante.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous, especially once you get to like the castle part and the cultish part of it starts to come out a lot more.
Oh, dear.
And you start to see these dudes in robes and you start to learn more about the parasites that are there. The maces, oh my God. You hear the chains jingling around from the maces. It's
freaking Salvador, the Pepe looking little bitch.
Yeah. Mr. Kennedy. It's so stupid, but thoroughly enjoyable. Agreed. So those of you who have yet to venture into Resident Evil 4, do yourself the favor and obviously do it. It came out in 2005, so you've got the chance. Just came out on Switch not too long ago for a cool $40 Australian.
Oh my!
You can get it
God.
significantly cheaper on the PSN. I don't have the price on me. But point being, check it out.
Especially if it's coming from me. Again, if we've all been paying attention to this podcast.
Huge call.
I enjoyed it, and I don't usually enjoy single players all that often these days.
Huge call.
You're coming around though.
I am coming around, actually.
Slowly but surely changing you.
Literally, though, like, I've been slightly kind of been going, oh, you know what? I really want to play Apex right now. I don't really want to play Siege. I kind of just want to have a quiet one myself and just play a single player game.
Have a little bit of a bloody
I've actually got too many to fish,
mate.
What have we done?
A little bit of a quiet time with yourself there,
Yeah, boys.
Good on you, lad. Oh, Mitch. Dude, tell us about your favourite part.
Favorite part is actually when you, like, well, I guess, I don't know when you actually meet Ash for the first time. Was it actually in that church bit where we freed
you
her?
meet Ashley in the church.
Oh, okay, yeah. So when you first meet her and she jumps, like, she gets free and her giant jiggly, like,
Jugs.
whatever reason, there's so much focus and, like, movement to her titties. It is so funny.
It's called jiggle physics and it's important.
And it's important to the story. Like, it needs to be there. But it's so, like, her outfit is so, like, Britney Spears 2000s.
I feel as if I should mention that we were playing with the alternate costumes. So once you beat the game, you unlock the alternate costumes where Leon
Wait,
wears...
that's not her actual costume?
No, she's much more modestly dressed in the original one. But anyway, point being, like, in that shot, them big anime titties, they are out. Like, it's ridiculous. They are out. In the original costume as well, she wears a skirt. So when there's points where she can't jump, like she can't jump down from ledges. So if you jump down, you've got to wait and catch her. So if you point your gun up or if you look up, she'll like cover herself and be like, "Ow, you pervert!" And she'll like fully give you shit about trying to look up her skirt. It's great.
Summed up.
So I've also been playing GTA 5 because I don't need to give you a reason why I was playing GTA 5 because that game is incredible. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I just wanted that open world shit. I just want to drive around, shoot people. What is it like? Basically, rob people and people and rob hookers. I can't remember how it goes, but
Either one, whatever comes first, and you want to do it first. So.
everyone and rob everyone else. I don't know, man. Point being, that game is amazing.
It really is.
Everyone here has played GTA 5?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Kat is shaking her
Wow,
head.
really? I mean, yeah, fair enough.
It's mad.
No, man. It's like such a monetary investment. And you know me, I've got $2.
It's like 20
Shit's
bucks.
been out for 5 years.
I know, but like, I'd want to be running around in like the world and blowing up all my shit and then getting new shit and blowing up all my shit. And then I'd have to buy all the shit to blow up my shit. So I just kind of stayed away from it so that I
Don't
wouldn't
play it
waste all my
online.
money.
Single player is where
Yeah.
it's at.
We're
Single
not-
player is insanely good.
Yeah, we're not talking about the online mode. We're not talking about GTA Online.
Rippy dippy.
I was going to say, if you're worried about money, you can always get a trainer on PC. Push one button and have like infinite cash. Y'all guys aren't familiar with trainers?
No,
I have not
do
played
play
GTA
PC.
Online since it first came out.
Y'all guys think you're ready for cheats, man? Trainers will take you to the next level. It's bullshit.
Y'all ready for this?
Y'all wouldn't know with that Xbox of yours, Elliot.
Nope.
We play games by the rules over here in the Xbox camp, don't we, boys? We don't like none of that cheating. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't play
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that'll stop you from getting no-scoped in COD. But anyway.
If I played COD, but
Yeah. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
okay.
And moving on to the news this week. Looks like we've had a few little bits of information pop out about Cyberpunk 2077. Big surprise considering it's all the internet's talking about these days. But who wants to take us through that?
I can.
Go for it.
Well, okay, so firstly, an article came out that was badly Google translated, apparently, saying there were 3 Cyberpunk games in the works. So we were initially going to talk about that and potentially a multiplayer aspect of the game. Don't know, but it's been debunked. Apparently, it's fake
Immediately.
news. So looking at an article from PC Gamer, they've done a bit of a wrap up of the bad Google Translate said Adam Kaczynski, I think it is, from CD Projekt, didn't say, we're working on 3 Cyberpunk things over the main game and over 2 more. But then I think people reached out to CD Projekt and they came back and said, we currently have a total of 5 teams working on a number of projects, with 3 focusing on the development of Cyberpunk 2077. These include CD Projekt Red Warsaw and Krakow, and who are handling the main game, as well as the Wroclaw studio, where around 40 industry specialists are engaged in technology R&D. And then a separate dedicated team at the Warsaw studios handling development of Gwent. The final team is in Spoko, which is currently working on a yet unannounced mobile project. So they are working on 3 things, but 3 teams are actually working on Cyberpunk 2077.
A lot of threes getting thrown around.
Yeah. I think Google Translate just couldn't handle the Polish. But multiplayer in Cyberpunk would be super fun. Just putting that out there.
I'd be keen. I'd be keen for some hot co-op.
Yeah, some co-op. Not even related. Like, for me, I think it'd be cool if it was not even related to the story, more like GTA Online, and you could just run around the city doing co-op shit with your friends. That'd be sick.
They could find a way to integrate multiple dialogue trees, or to have a way where more than one person can, like, have a conversation that involves an NPC and 2 real players.
Oh my
and
God.
somehow make it work with dialogue trees. Because I was just trying to imagine what would The Witcher be like with multiplayer, considering it's their last project. I can't really see how it works because it is very narrative driven with the story elements of dialogue.
But I guess like disregarding the actual story, just being able to explore those kind of worlds with a friend would be sick.
Yeah, no, definitely, absolutely, it would be. Yeah, I'd play Cyberpunk with you lot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But
Also, in
apparently
a
it's
lot
not
of
happening.
story-driven games where there's like branching dialogue trees, sometimes there's like a voting system.
Oh, that's true.
Go through
Fair.
that. Be
Fair.
like, 3 out of 4 people want to say the nice thing. 1 dickhead wants to say the mean thing.
Straight up looked at Mitch
Wait,
for
what
that.
look at me?
I just feel like Mitch would, like, we'd be like, oh yeah, we're gonna delegate with this guy and we're gonna get the best reward. And Mitch is like, nah, f***ing shoot him.
And there's a tiebreaker mini game. Like,
Wait. Hold
Right?
up. You haven't even seen me play single player games. You wouldn't know what I do.
Remember how that like
He's
information
right,
came out that you could play Cyberpunk without killing anyone, and you just said, "No, I'm going to kill them all."
Okay,
That's
rightio,
exactly
fair
where I'm
enough.
getting this info from.
Hang
did
on.
cite our sources.
Okay, so there'd be a meme to sum me up, right? Like, pretty much the NPC's talking to me. I'm like, I like that coat. I'd shoot him for the coat.
Exactly.
I mean, I like, to be fair, I did that a lot in Fallout. Like, this motherfucker's got a mad gun. He's dead now.
Yeah.
bang, just douche, and he's done.
And if the NPC was like being rude to us, but you're like, oh, he's gonna give us a really good reward. I'm like, nah, reward. I'm gonna kill you now because you've been a prick to me.
Hopefully, if it's a really in-depth RPG, they might have that reward on them anyway. Which is like in a lot of like, say, Fallout and Skyrim, if they give you a reward, they probably have that in their inventory, so you can just kill them and take it anyway.
Now that
so
is
suck
how you
it.
play a game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wish it still had modern games still had that Skyrim bug where you could just like put a bucket on other people's heads and they just can't see you, rob them blind. That was the shit,
so
man.
stupid.
Just gonna clear this shop right out, and you're not gonna be none the
Use
wiser.
buckets to freaking
And then-
jump through walls and shit. Just like, goodbye.
Oh, true. You could break that game with
Your
buckets.
Buckets were its kryptonite.
Yeah, true.
100%.
Everything with
What were they
Skyrim's
thinking?
kryptonite. You could break that game so easily.
Skyrim is Skyrim's kryptonite.
It is a mess. What engine are they? Anyway, that's a bit off topic. But point being, we got excited for some multiplayer Cyberpunk, and our hopes were dashed.
We're just giving you the
What is
real
it?
news.
What is an R&D studio doing? Like a full studio being working on
Probably
Project Red R&D. What does that mean?
probably their engine and like
New technological breakthroughs for their
lighting
graphics
techniques and ray tracing and all that
How
kind of
late
shit.
do they do that stuff before it's released? Like, it seems
They're
like,
probably that's
would be
probably
early
all that
development.
studio does.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
And they're
just trying to
probably
push the
fixing
boundaries.
bugs and shit all the way up to the end and beyond. So
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
They only put Keanu in it a year ago. They only
Yeah, that's
approached
crazy.
him.
Yeah.
So like they clearly, I mean, there's 10 months to go. 9
Whole
months to go,
studio
whatever. So.
dedicated to
Holy crap! How
Keanu.
crazy is that? I can't wait 10 more months.
Keanu.
True. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be. Would it be wrong for me to say to me bigger than Marvel?
Dude.
Could it be bigger than?
For gamers, maybe.
For gamers,
Do you mean like
Definitely
Marvel as a
gonna-
company, or Marvel like? Do you mean like the Avengers game, or what do you mean?
I mean, like, you know how Avengers was to like everyone.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like
To
the
the same
MCU?
Yeah, like
Endgame itself.
So you know when the movie was like coming, like the movie's better to be like just look like, let's say Endgame for instance, like when the movie's better to come out, everyone was like getting hyped up, like, oh, it's almost here, better go see Avengers Endgame, blah blah blah. Like when Cyberpunk's about to be released, everyone's like, oh, fucking holy shit.
I'll go one step further, bro. I think it's going to be bigger than Avatar because Endgame is not bigger than Avatar, despite their re-release.
Yes.
So,
But is it going to be bigger than the release of GTA 5? Because that was like the biggest media
release
Yep,
ever.
it will be.
release
Yeah.
ever.
Yep, easily.
You reckon?
Yep.
When
I
I remember
don't know.
going, I don't know either because
I don't
I remember
know.
going to like EB Games for midnight launch, and there were tons of people there, and there was every walk of life, from like little homeboys that probably don't play video games to like old men and like everyone in between, and everybody went to the midnight launch for that game. I don't know if this will be the same because GTA has such a
It's
a
an
history.
established IP.
It's everywhere, and
Yeah.
it just the controversy that sparks around GTA just makes people want to play it, and they feel like it's almost a rebellious act. So-
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think it would be actually, upon considering that, I don't think it would be as big as GTA because as you said, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like as much as I'd want it to be, of course I would, considering the game looks incredible. But I don't think it'll be everyone's cup of tea.
No. It's an RPG as well. It's not like...
It's like The Witch is not everyone's cup of tea, despite it's a. I should
It seems
Those
like
people
everyone's
are
cup of
insane.
tea.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
once it
imagine
was
you
established.
like 4 months ago. You don't give a shit.
Dude, I'm pretty sure in episode 2...
I didn't. I was like,
You said you
I thought I
didn't
didn't
care.
give a shit.
Exactly.
No.
Hold on.
In episode 2, we had our like, what games do we not care about? Yours was Cyberpunk.
That is the funniest thing I've ever
It's
heard.
very true. So I think
He said it.
there's going to be a lot of people like you 4 months ago, Mitch. who
You
just don't fucking give a
hypocrite!
shit.
You're such a
Dude,
goddamn
look,
liar.
let's give Mitch a break because that was pre Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
true.
That
Okay.
was pre Reeves
Nah, no
vision, bro.
breaks.
no breaks.
No breaks. I'm just saying, look,
Screw you.
forget the fact that you're involved in it at all. There's going to be people that only like multiplayer games and like shooters and stuff like that, and they're not going to give a.
Thing is
Yeah.
though, that I could be wrong here. It could be just me. That there's a lot of live services right now, and it's very much hard for us multiplayer people to keep up with it all because we've just got so much. Everything requires all of our time, and there's so many things. There's so many live services, games out there that we just can't keep up
Yeah, it
with.
sucks.
It's like I either dedicate all my time to this one game, but I want to play this at the same time. I can't. I pick
Yeah.
either one.
Yeah.
I can't do both.
That's
Did
what
you
I...
hear
Yeah. That's
And
my
it's
problem.
really
too.
terrible.
You're only human, man.
Recently, the Magic the Gathering Arena as well. They used to say all the time that they were for the once a week gamer.
Yep.
And that you could come in once a week, do all the quests. You don't have to play every day. You're a weekend gamer. That's totally fine. They've released new stuff.
Yep.
And that's not the case anymore. And
Yeah,
people
it's
are
not.
like, which
Yeah.
is fair.
So it's just
play this
it's just-
It's just like, I'm a weekend gamer. I can only play on Saturday nights, and you f***ed me.
just
and,
is rude.
I don't know. Like you kind of get on board with the hype, and it's something new and stuff like that. So for Apex, for instance, you get on board with the hype, really like that. Play it for however long, and you kind of just go, yeah, I'm kind of overdoing the repetitive same shit all the time. Like,
Are you ascending?
like it's
He is.
Are you,
It's-
are you getting wise?
I get mood. So I get like a mood, right? Like I
Getting
get like a
huge mood.
Mood.
I'll play it for however long, and then I kind of like, well, I play it for the competitiveness. So versus this person, it usually can be the same result. But
You play it
Apex
to
Legends
win.
is like one of the first games I think I've come across where it's like I'll win like a fair few games. Like it might be like 6 or 7 games in a night. I'm kind of like, yep. Right, ready to go to bed. Like PUBG and that, you won't get that. You might get like maybe 2 or 3 chicken dinners. And you go to bed.
Chicky dinny.
But this one, it's kind of
It's also
don't know.
really, really hard for like those live games as well because you've got to balance the once a week gamers who can't play all the time and
Yep.
do all that shit
Yep.
with the people that literally play like there's nothing
but
else in
yeah.
the
the
world.
whales,
Yeah.
man.
Exactly,
The
and they've
whales.
got to have enough content to keep them going through the week. So it's it's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're constantly missing out on
Yeah.
any sort of game that is live.
Yeah, no, they really are under the pump. Like especially Respawn with Apex Legends, they've been like absolutely being hammered online. People like I need new content, man. It's kind of like
Yeah. now.
This
I don't
game's
know.
been out
How do
for
you-
like 3 months or so, 4 months maybe now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Wait, it
expecting
came out
so
in February,
much.
didn't it?
Yeah.
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 4 months.
I mean, today is the release of the new patch. Maybe I should.
yeah.
People were
No, I
asking
think it is,
for
yeah.
Yeah. No, it is
fucking-
today. Yeah.
People were asking for that like a month in as well.
Exactly.
No, it's
like-
not
This whole patch.
Greedy
People play it
gamers.
like it's a full-time job. Like,
They
I
do.
mean, some people
Well, there's some
do,
people
but-
are, like, and
Yeah,
those
but there's-
people have like. So, for instance, like one of my characters that I play the most has like I think 300 kills or something like that. Just like on the one character. I came across people that had like, especially with the new like elite rank system. I came across streamers that had like 20,000 kills on PlayStation. Like you'd
because it
see those.
literally is their job if they're streaming.
You'd see those numbers on like PC, but to see those kind of numbers on PlayStation, I was like, wow.
I'll be honest with
Okay.
you. When you say I've got 300 kills, it means nothing to me.
Well, to people that would that
but
might
I assume
listen,
it's a lot because it's you, so I assume it's tons. But 300 kills doesn't seem like a lot.
for one character. I mean.
But like when
I guess
you
that makes
say
sense.
like it is a full-time job if they're a streamer, well, it's not up to the developers to cater to that person though. You know, like
no, it is not.
they have
You can play a different game half
shit
the
to
week.
do. Well,
Exactly.
exactly. There's
Rotate.
thousands of
Tons of
games out
content.
there.
Rotate.
There's no
And I'm
reason.
not arguing against
No,
that.
I know. Yeah, I know. But just in defense of the developers, like Jesus Christ, like stop
feel so
hounding
bad.
them on Twitter to make more stuff. Like this is why there's crunch in the industry. So.
It took
Yeah.
them years to bring you that content. You expect there to be a ton more in a month? Like, fuck off.
Just
Yeah.
give us a break, man. I'm just trying to enjoy my life.
Yeah, they've given us a new character, new weapon that comes from a care package, if you will. New ranked system with like actual like rankings and stuff like that. So like you know, your bronze and your silver and your gold and everything
Prestige?
like that.
Can you prestige?
Not in that sense.
Oh,
like
never mind.
what do you call it? What's a good example? Like League of Legends ranked. You know how you got
Yeah,
like
or
those.
Overwatch or Halo or whatever.
Do you know any of those ranked systems, Kat?
I know Overwatch.
Okay, well I can use
Right,
Overwatch then.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's heaps of new stuff coming with this patch. So hence the 20 gigabyte patch that you have to do. It's so big,
Is
but
there new maps?
no,
No.
same map still. You just
Battle
got
Royale. They never have new maps.
some
What?
PUBG did.
PUBG did.
Overwatch
PUBG
has
did.
new maps all the time.
It's
If
not a
you're-
battle royale.
I know, but if you're f***ing comparing Overwatch to me.
No, we're saying
the
the ranked
rank
system.
system.
The
Oh, sorry, my
ranking
mistake.
system.
PUBG still had a bunch of maps though.
Yeah, it took
PUBG
them
PUBG
2 years to bring out a second map, though.
I
They
feel like Overwatch's ranking system is like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter, man. Like you get you level up and shit, you get a number. but,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's just a status. It's just a big dick status symbol,
Yeah, pretty
really.
much.
That's all
That's
it
what
is.
it is
And
on
then
anything.
Your competitive ranking as well.
Yeah, I'm
But,
plat,
that's what I
man.
mean.
I'm the fucking best.
My dick is the veiniest. It is the longest.
My dick is the funniest.
It's true. Oh well.
But yeah.
In other news, it looks as if there's some interesting things going on over at the Initiative.
Oh,
Yeah. So if we're all familiar with the Initiative, of course, the quadruple A.
What a weird
studio.
way to name something.
Initiative.
It's the quadruple.
I think they're just trying to say like it's going to
Bigger
be
than
They're just hyping
huge
it.
budget.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if
It's like you thought you knew
they've
what was
said
big.
that, or that like Microsoft have said that, or whatever, or it's just
been tacked on.
being tacked on. But they're trying to go for huge budget shit,
I'm
and they are
excited.
staffing up like crazy over there. It is insane, that team. And at the moment, it's only like, I guess like the top level team. I don't know if, and I'm guessing this is going to begin to get all the developers in. But some of the leads and stuff are like, they've worked on huge projects. And this person also has. Do you want me to run you through this? Absolutely. So, article from Windows Central. Previously working for PlayStation as a talent acquisition lead, Fiona Cherbak joins Xbox Game Studios, specifically for the Initiative. And her CV is insane. So I won't go through the whole article, but let me just look on her LinkedIn. So she just got a job, obviously, at Microsoft. She previously did talent acquisition for PlayStation, where she staffed for God of War.
Chill.
She also staffed some smaller West Coast studios for Sony. What are they called? Worldwide Studios.
Sick.
Before that, she worked for Gameloft, where I don't know what that is, but
Gameloft is a mobile game dev.
okay, cool. Yeah, she also did staffing. Back in the day, she
Crawled her way up from the dregs of mobile gaming, man.
Well, no, that was like, I think while she was there. Hold on. Gameloft 2014 to 15. Oh, no, that was before she went to Sony. But 2013 to 14, she worked at, 12 to 13, she worked at Irrational Games. Again, senior staffing specialist. And System Shock 2, SWAT 4.
System Shock 2.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She worked at, there's something else in here that's insane.
Irrational Games did like
Bioshock. Yeah. She's just got a ton of experience, and that's huge, especially because Microsoft just poached her from PlayStation, and as well as I think one of their leads was one of the lead producers on God of War, so they're just picking and choosing.
Well.
Daryl Gallagher worked.
Just going to take the entire staff of God of War. They're like, excuse me.
Sweet. Corey's next. No.
I need all of you.
Can you
Not gonna
imagine?
happen.
You and
No.
King? Nah, Corey's stuck on God of War. He's fucking
He's already
creating
planned out
his
the next
dream.
17 games.
But that's huge, and that studio is just going to be unreal. And a lot of people are bitching on the internet at the moment, like, well, Microsoft's not doing any single-player games. It's like, well, they're coming. It's going to take time, but hopefully the initiative does something huge.
I was going to say,
Again.
Microsoft better swing they dick with the initiative, man. They
Yeah, but we're
ought
not
to.
going to see it for a really long time as well. And people are going to bitch about that for years.
Yeah.
We're not going to see shit for years
Yeah.
coming out of that.
At least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the meantime, hopefully Compulsion does something, Rare, maybe Playground, hopefully doing Fable, and you've got obviously Halo next year. So yeah, it's lots to be excited about, but that's a massive acquisition, and good on them. Good on Xbox.
Good on her.
Yeah, hell
What's
yeah.
her name again?
Fiona Cherback.
Hell yeah.
She's going to be getting that dosh.
Oh yeah.
Get
She's in that big
money.
budget. In that quadruple A. Give me that quadruple figure, bitch. No, that's small.
She'll
That's
be
smart.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, I wonder what it is they could be possibly working on.
Oh,
It's going to be like some...
It's going to be a new IP,
Yeah,
I
no
would
doubt.
say.
It'll
Yeah.
have to come out of nowhere. Hey, I wonder if it'll be like a first person or a third person. Can you imagine, right? The
think
first game
third.
from a Quad A studio and they make it like a RTS game or some shit.
Oh
like that?
god.
Dude.
It's a
oh my
mobile
God.
game.
No
Shit, no.
Don't say it.
Oh, that's like one of the f***ing... Didn't CD Projekt Red say one of their studios was working on a mobile game?
Mobile game, yeah.
If they did like a
Mobile
Cyberpunk...
Gwent?
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably Gwent.
Yeah, oh, that would
Or
work.
Cyber
What?
Gwent.
Really fine.
Do you remember when,
Cyber Gwent would
do you
be
remember when Valve was showing off their card game and everyone was booing it?
Yeah.
What was that?
Artifact.
called again?
Artifact.
Yeah. If CD Projekt Red put out Gwent on iPhone, whoa, people would lose their shit and they would make a lot of money from it.
Oh,
I reckon.
dude, Gwent's
looks
mad.
so good.
Gwent's
Yeah.
got its following, you know. Like people. It's a good game. Like it's
Yeah.
fun to play in the taverns and shit.
And it
Yeah, oh,
looks
dude.
good.
Yeah.
It's so fun in The Witcher. It's the most addictive fucking mini game
Yeah.
in a video.
I remember playing shitloads of it just in the first friggin' little village that you're in. Like that guy's like, "Do you want to play some Gwent?"
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, Gwent?
I got the achievement for getting every single card because every
Oh my
single
gosh.
person I will play, like every single person I would meet, if you had the opportunity to play Gwent,
buy 'em.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, could you
you have
win
to
'em,
beat
or-
every person essentially to get every single card.
And buy them
boy.
as well.
You can buy some as well, yeah.
So
So every time I
flex.
see one at a shop, I'm like, bam, 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 buy all those, play
Elliot.
this guy and Gwent.
Elliot's secretly really good at Gwent. There you go.
I was alright at it.
Well, you beat every friggin' Gwent player in the game.
When
so-
you play, like, the actual standalone game is so much more complex, though. It's like,
is
I'm
it
not
really?
that good anymore.
Oh, man.
shit.
I just want the simple, like, 3-track plop, 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 I'm done.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more complex. I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and they changed it a whole bunch last year. Like, it completely got an overhaul. I haven't played it since then, though.
Yeah, cool.
Sickness.
Well, we actually got our very first submitted topic from someone on Twitter. There you go.
Yeah.
10 episodes in, and we've officially made it.
His name?
His name is @AdamLikesGames1 on Twitter. You should hit him up because he's a friend of the show.
He
Clearly.
makes some good content as well, I must say. Yeah.
Please tell us about it. What sort of stuff?
He does, like, similar videos to me, I guess. Like,
Nice.
kind of not like semi-long form scripted videos. It's good stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hit him up.
Little plug for Adam Likes Games 1. Hell yeah. And he actually submitted the topic of our top three, oh my God, our top 3 favorite games of all time.
To be straight up, he did say 5, but I figured we're not going to have enough time to go through all of them.
Look,
Sorry,
I
Adam.
could barely concentrate myself enough to get my 3 together.
Yeah. True. We probably should disclaim that, Kat's probably on her deathbed at the moment.
I'm about to move into my grave
Probs.
come tomorrow,
Wow.
so
We're recording
never
from a
hear
hospital.
me again.
I'm in the works of doing necromancy, so if you want to come back, I'm your guy.
Thanks, mate.
That's so useful.
I know my family had always told me necromancy wouldn't work out for me, but,
but who's
look
laughing
at me
now, right?
now,
Yeah.
bitches.
Thank you, Mitchell.
Well, we wouldn't want to disappoint Adam, so we might want to jump on in. I might start with you, Mitch, if that's cool. What are your
that's cool.
top
That's cool.
3 favorite games?
My top 3 favorite games of all time. Not necessarily that most people would agree. Like, oh well, I don't think that game is great. It's like, well, it's not really the game. So it doesn't have to be great. It's experience, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the first one for me is Halo Reach.
Cool.
Is that hold on, number 1 or 3?
Halo Reach.
Yeah, is
that
your number one?
That's my number 1. Yeah, didn't I say number
nice.
1?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah,
but I'm just
I did.
clarifying.
3-1. I didn't put mine in that order.
It's fine.
Oh, really?
No, I just mean I didn't put them in any order of
Okay.
of importance to me.
Oh, right. No, this
I guess
is
you know
definitely
what?
important.
Never mind. Please
cares?
continue.
Halo Reach.
Halo Reach is number
Great
1.
game.
Like, this game, I put so many hours into it. Like, this is released when I was in high school. So, me and my friends would always rush home, and then we'd all jump online. We'd all play
Sick.
together, like a full lobby. Like,
It's so good.
all 8 of us in the lobby, like in the
Nice.
party. So you couldn't get any more than that into the
Yeah.
actual party. We'd always chat. We'd be laughing, carrying on, making fun of each other. Play the Forge Worlds.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
The people were able to upload their content of Forge Worlds and stuff like that, and you'd play Infection
There's so
ones.
many
and
creative
Infection.
ones.
there was one that was so good. I remember so well. Like, there were these so there would it'd be a timer to drop scorpions and banshees and stuff like that, and they made it off. There was a hangar in one of the maps, and it would just shoot. There'd be a massive hill you have to run up, and it would just shoot these vehicles straight off it. You just run, and you have to try and dodge them and get to the top. And you get close to the top, and one would come out, and you just get killed. You carry on, and then you get
That's
fall back at the
sick.
bottom again. You start running up the top, and it was funny as hell. But there's just so many good memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even a memory of mine. I won't go too on much about it, but I was leading all my friends out, and there was one guy, one of us was infected, had an energy sword, and we're it was a maze, so all had to get all to safety. I'm it's this way, guys, I'll lead you to safety. And literally, as there's a corner, there's a light the end of the way, and just as I came out, there was a corner to the right of me, and he was right their way, and he killed me, and he looked at them, they all just screamed and went back the other way. And it was so cool. But that was my number 1 at least.
Yeah, nice.
Hell
Number 2.
yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
Number 2 was I just say Gears of War, as a general,
As a franchise.
as a franchise,
Cool, I can get away with
Well,
one.
can we put franchises?
Yeah, I
on?
didn't know we could do that.
I just went with a franchise because I honestly couldn't pick one. The story, I guess more so.
Yeah.
But
Look, we'll allow it.
yeah,
Why not?
thank you.
Gears 3 for me was...
I guess I probably should say Gears 3 then, really. That's probably my favorite out of all of them. So sorry about that. But yeah, Gears 3. Because I was I felt like I was an absolute god, multiplayer for that.
Hell yeah.
running around with a
double barrel
Nasher or
shotgun.
yeah.
Not the Nasher.
Sawn off.
The sawn off,
Yeah.
man.
What's the
That thing is
what's
deadly.
that game where you just keep fighting people?
Horde?
Horde, yeah.
Yeah.
Horde.
Oh, you're fighting the Horde, yeah. But I loved it better when you were the Horde itself.
Nice.
All your friends, you're all at the same level, you have the same money, so you all buy a Berserker, and it's just you and the Onyx Guard, and they're just we don't win. It's usually you fight one Berserker, you don't fight more than one. You only have one Hammer of Dawn, but the Onyx Guard was just that's it, we're all dead. There's
See you later.
4 of you all as Berserkers, screaming and running through the trenches and annihilating
It's over.
everything.
Was that... When you buy the stronger and stronger,
Yep.
was that multiplayer? Was
Yep.
that that
Yep,
was
it
in
was.
multiplayer? Yeah,
So you start off as ticks. It was
Yes,
just funny. You start
that's
off as
right.
ticks and work your way up,
Yeah.
and then you can end up being what are the priests? like dual wielding like submachine guns and shit, and you get these centipedes, like these armored centipedes with like tasers on the end of their like fangs and shit.
Enemies in that game
such
are
a
so
good game.
Yeah,
But last but not least, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
nice.
And
Cannot blame you. Good game.
you know what? That again, this is very much like Halo Reach in a sense of me and my friends would run on home, get on, we'd all play, and I always like, because this is one of those old Call of Duty games where you could boost. So you'd like jump into like a lobby with other people and like you'd put like little flares and you do like headshots to get like the cool skin that you wanted. Like you had to work to get the skin that you wanted on your gun.
Work it.
Yeah, and
didn't
before
buy it.
microtransactions.
Yeah.
yeah,
You had to
absolutely.
get like headshots, 75 headshots to get Red Tiger and shit like that. But
Yeah.
I always had a competition with my friends like, look, if you don't get a positive KD, you shit. It's fact. It's fact. So it always so competitive to be like getting the most kills, but that competitive always made sure we were like always winning and stuff like that. And yeah, no, I had a fun time.
I wish
with
I
the
could
game.
remember that appropriate trash talk line about KD, but I can't. Damn it.
Oh, so yeah,
Jeez.
that's my 3 favorite games.
That's sick.
You can tell how passionate I am about them.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
What about Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Cat?
Alrighty. I'll do mine. I'm going to do mine in the opposite way that Mitch did it. Soza.
That's all right. That's cool.
You're going to do it the right way and go 3-1?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna do 3
Okay,
to
you didn't
1.
have to say that. You could have left that out.
I'm going to do
Wow.
3 to 1. And look, it was actually really hard for me to number it was hard for me to pick favorite games anyway, because it's not something that I ever think about. I just enjoy games and move on. But I picked 3 for you.
Lay it on us.
Just for you, Adam likes games. 1. My number 3 is Castle Crashers. Did you guys
Yay.
ever play Castle Crashers?
I played it
did.
on Xbox.
Yeah, I played it on
loved
Xbox
it. The
too.
music was so cool.
Everything about that game is amazing to me. Like the art style, the music,
Yeah.
those little f***ing animals that you can get floating around with you and having to find them in the levels, like the multiplayer of it, like the co-op with your friends. Man, I f***ing love that
I
game.
would love to go back and play that.
I would love to play it with you 3 guys one time because
That
it's
would
for
be-
I've got it.
It's on PC,
Games of
right?
Gold.
That would be
You
a
can get it
video
right now?
it's
idea
on
for
PC.
Sure.
It's on like freaking everything now.
Back
cool.
compat on Xbox as well. Can you play all on the same screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that how it works?
That's how it
yeah,
works.
yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta
It's
do
like-
that then.
I've tried to play it online
I'll bring
and
the Xbox round.
sadly, like on PC online, it is absolute shit. Like it is so hard to connect with someone and get this like the game running properly, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But couch co-op, so fucking good. That game is really hard but really fun.
It's
I
hard.
love it. So
Nice.
I'd love
Very
to play it
cool.
with you guys. A shotgun green night if we play together. You guys
Is there an
Yeah, 'cause
orange
it's-
one?
there is an orange one.
Yeah.
Shotgun that one.
That one throws fire, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's a blue one, that lightning.
Yeah. There's a red one.
What's the red one do again?
What couldn't f***ing tell you because I never played them. But there's some other ones as well. There's like a pink one. There's like a lolly
Oh,
themed.
what?
And there's a black one.
I remember 4 of them. They like added
Yeah,
in
they
more.
added some extra ones. Yeah, I think there's a purple one, or maybe that might be the black one. I don't know. It's been ages since I played it, but I f***ing love it, and I would love to play it with you boys.
Yeah,
We should totally do that.
100%. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Hell
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
My number 2 game is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes.
Nobody expects the Dragon Age Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Dragon Age Inquisition. I didn't
a
expect the Dragon Age
great
Inquisition because I never played any of the other Dragon Age games.
Hectic.
Origins is amazing, but Inquisition, like just the graphics and
It's
the like
so good.
the castle
The
and everything.
areas,
and-
like
yeah.
every single area looks so fucking good. The like friendships that you can have. I always had it was me, f***ing plebby archer bitch. I had Sarah, who I turned into
Sarah
Knife
was
Gal,
cool.
the Bull, and
Yes.
Dorian.
Yeah.
And, like,
Dorian was
Oh
so
my
good.
God. The banter between them was so good. Like
Yeah.
Sarah would be like, "Oh yeah, Bull, just let me up on your horns and I'll f***ing shoot people from up there, and you can flip me onto the back of like the behind the dudes." And like, they're so good, and you can have as many combinations, obviously, as you want between the different NPCs, and they'll all have banter between each other,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. It all looks amazing. It plays amazing. Man,
Story was really
love it.
good too.
I
Have you
always-
played the DLC?
I didn't.
Yeah, me
So
neither.
what happened for me, right, was I played the game, The DLC came out. I bought the DLC. I went to load my file, and it was all gone.
Oh, God.
And it was completely gone. There was nothing left. And I'd gone around and I'd done most of everything, like, because I really like side quests. So I'd gone into each of the areas and cleared out almost everything. There was only a couple of things left. I'd killed all the dragons. I got pretty much all the achievements, and it was all gone.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, what the f***? Like, what the f***? And so I've tried to restart it a couple of times, but I always just get real sad. I get up to like just past the tutorial and where like Cullen starts banging up the Inquisition shit on the door, and I'm like, I've played this so many times. I just want to be where I was. Like,
Yeah, oh God.
but
Why am I still here?
exactly. But it's a fantastic game,
Yeah.
and everyone should play it. My number one game. I would choose Dark Souls as a franchise if we were choosing franchises, but seeing as we're not, I choose Dark Souls 2, which
Nice.
is a super controversial opinion for the Dark Souls franchise. Everyone f***ing hates Dark Souls 2. Oh my God, I don't get it. I f***ing love it so much. Everything about it's good. Anyone who's listening, at me, I will fight you about Dark Souls 2 because I'm just going to fight you with love though. Like, you can have your opinion, but I'm going to like, look at this good shit. Look at it. Look at it. F***ing slam it in your face because it's hot and I love it.
Dark Souls 2 is great.
It's amazing.
Like, I'm just going to say that.
It's so good, and everyone hated it coming off Dark Souls 1, and I don't know why.
Oh man, because the people hold Dark Souls 1 on the pedestal like it was
Yeah.
the perfect game. That game's broken, bro.
It's broken AF.
And they're like, it's perfect.
It's
not.
60 FPS, let me clip through the floor and die. Like,
dumb.
what the f***? Ugh.
Dark Souls 2 brought in so much different stuff and the huge amount of enemy variety,
Yes,
the massive
and
amount
area
of map variety. Like,
variety.
yeah.
Everything about it was so good. The DLC, amazing.
Mm.
Like, I loved literally every second I played that game, and I played like to New Game Plus 7. I played hundreds of hours.
That's
like,
crazy.
I fucking love it. And then Dark Souls 3 came out, and I guess what happened to everyone with Dark Souls 1 when Dark Souls 2 came out happened for me when I played Dark Souls 2 and then Dark Souls 3 came out. I was super disappointed. So maybe that's what happened, but I fucking love it. And again, I could play that with you guys because
Very
of co-op.
true. Dark Souls on co-op is a lot of fun.
Is it?
I played.
Oh, dude, it's great. You'd love it.
I played to New Game Plus 7. Most of it was in co-op.
Shit.
Most of it was
man,
with
if you try to
friends.
do that by yourself, I mean, I'm sure you probably could do it, but
Yeah, it
would
was
be,
way too OP by that point.
You'd
But
probably
Yeah.
shave a few years off your life with the friggin' stress it would put you under.
it was just so much fun. And like, the one thing that I would have to say sucked about Dark Souls 2 was they kind of re-released it too many times. Like, 4, I had it since it came out, obviously, with the pre-order and everything like that. So I got cool weapon skins and all that sort of stuff. Then they upgraded it to HD, which I think I got for free. Then they upgraded it and put the Scholar of the First Sin in there, which I can't remember if it was, I assume it was for free. And it just put like an extra character in there, which was fine. But then they resold it again as Scholar of the First Sin, and I couldn't have any of my stuff. Like, I couldn't move my save over, even though it was pretty much the same game. They just moved around some enemy placements, and I couldn't have my skins for the cool weapons that I had, which were for timed events and all that sort of stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, what's the point of this? Like, you literally erased like 500 hours.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the original one. I mean, if I started on Scholar of the First Sin, I'd probably love it just as much. But
Yeah, I finished Dark Souls 2 on PS3, and then I finished Scholar of the Sin. Scholar of the First Sin on
Yeah.
PS4. They moved a bunch of enemies
right.
around and stuff. They did change a few little things.
Yeah.
All in all, it still felt the same. Like,
Yeah.
it was still Dark Souls 2.
I
but-
tried to replay it again because they did add some cool things like invisible enemies that were just hanging around. And
Yeah,
if you run
cool
into them, you
things.
could chop them and get secret stuff. And
You could, for sure. But
which
then
is pretty cool. But it was like, it felt like I was playing the exact same game, except the enemy that I expected to be there was a slightly different enemy, or was like 20 meters to the left, and it didn't feel like like a rewarding thing to pay for.
No,
This is
legit.
an extra $40 bucks or more.
I got it
It's the
on
price
some
of the
special.
full game, but I think, yeah, it was a full game release price, obviously, but I think because I already had it, it was on discount for 20 or $40. I can't remember, but
Probably not worth it. That's
not
fair.
worth. But still, love it. Number 1.
Yeah,
Well,
nice.
tight. Dill, what about you? You
Well,
can go next.
Starting with number 3. Now this one,
Okay.
talk controversial. So this game is from this year.
Ooh.
No, a game from this year has made its way onto a list of favorite games of all time. I'm going to be honest, like I put this list together today. Disclaimer, don't take me for serious when I put this on here. Like I can't tell you my favorite games. Come on.
It's a hard.
You should be able to.
I'm going to remember something as soon as we finish recording. I'll be like,
Exactly. And we're going to have to redact it next week. So, starting with number 3, mine is Resident Evil 2 from 2019. And that
Hell yeah.
game is the shit. Straight up. I know, man. Like, just the remake is from top to bottom. It is crispy as
I just remembered my favorite game.
Oh, no.
How?
Just what we were talking about. Continue on.
The zombie mechanics, the map layout, the lighting, the Resident Evil engine, all of it. And this the way that I keep saying this about remakes, but they made it the way we remember, not the way it was. You know what I mean? They it was huge.
It's true though. It's the deepest remake ever. Like a lot of the time, it's the same game, but like looks beautiful. That is like going all out.
What a
More
remake,
people need
not
to
a
do that.
resale.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or a remaster. It was a complete top to bottom remake. Yeah, for sure. I mean, even like they developed Capcom developed this soundstage for it, like the binaural 3D audio soundstage for it, and that's why, like in all the different environments that you go through, you'll hear sounds in a different way. They might reverberate differently if it's in a hallway or a sewer or if it's outside. It's just everything sounds more legit, which I'm super into. It's just very immersive, which is what you want for a survival horror experience. And it was f***ing hard. It was really hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Mitch, you played it, right?
I'm not conservative with my ammo at all. I full on
Pop,
just
pop, pop.
like, I'm a happy trigger person. Just
Yeah.
like, to start blasting the hallways of bullets. So
And then you're like, oh damn,
I'm not gonna.
what have I done?
I have not played it. Like I stopped at a part where there was like you fight the zombie dogs, and that's as far as I got because look at my ammo, and I'm like, I'm in a
Probably
bad
done here.
spot.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, not only did they make it so zombies can take more than 6 shots to the head, because it depends on what type of zombie it is. There's this whole thing. The increment, like the damage modeling system that they've made is super advanced. It's very cool. But you could shoot a zombie 10 times in the head or empty a clip or something, and their head won't explode. So you have to go around and, like, you know, pop their legs to slow their mobility. You have to think a little bit cleverer about it, or maybe get them on the ground and use your knife to get rid of them. But But then another new thing that they brought into this remake was knife degradation. So it's
my God.
sick. Cool. So I can do that, but not very often. So yeah, just the amount of changes that they made that enhanced the experience as opposed to just having the scares where they were in the original game. Or how they made, you know, you can go up to the second floor of the police station right from the very beginning, or at least that it has a staircase instead of this janky ass ladder that you have to release in the first game. Everything about it was beautiful. And you know what? The tofu mode, that shit is
Did
sick.
you?
It's so funny.
Dude, they had the death metal playing in the background and you run through as a big blob of tofu. Yeah, it was great.
Did
I
you
was all
play
about
it with like in Japanese with English subtitles, or did you play it in English?
What do you reckon, Mitch?
I think you played it in English.
I think I played it in English.
Oh man, I that was the reason why I was getting into it, because I was like, it's in Japanese. I'm like, oh my god, it sounds so much more badass.
That's fair.
It's so cool.
I got to admit, I was really impressed with the voice acting from like in the English side of things.
100%.
I'm sure you were for
The Japanese
ones.
side was insane.
Their
bet
voice
it was.
actors are always like perfect.
Oh, they're so good.
But I just love how not only these days do they get just the voice actor, but they also get them to do the modeling of the actual
the character.
mocap stuff as well,
Yeah.
which I love, because they did an interview. There's this Resident Evil podcast, which I can't remember the name of because I'm useless. But they did this interview with a guy who played Leon, and the guy was like a mad fan of Resident Evil 2 from back in the day. And
that's
he was
so cool.
Sick.
talking about how it was a huge like privilege for him to do it because him and his brother grew up playing it, and he still hadn't played the game because he wanted to play it with his little brother, and like it was really
That's
sweet.
mad.
That's so.
The guy sounded so
God
cool.
damn it.
Point being, Resident Evil 2 is huge dick energy, man. Like, it'll make a big PP for you if you get it. Very well worth. Number 2, though, and this is where I'm going to start looking at Kat with angry eyes.
Do it.
Because
It's
my
okay.
number 2 is Dark Souls 3.
Disappointment.
The only reason why Dark Souls 3 is my number 2. I really got into Dark Souls 3. It was the one that I did New Game Plus 4 or 5 on. I didn't go 7 because I'm not cat. I'm not crazy, but I went
crazy.
I mean, I don't mean that as a negative. That's crazy.
You are the Souls master.
Dead set for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dark Souls 3 was the one that just got me really into it. I just couldn't stop playing it. I got addicted to farming areas and stuff like that. It was nuts. The co-op really drew me in. I thought they simplified a lot of the mechanics of Dark Souls in Dark Souls 3. For example, you don't have to upgrade your armor. You just have to upgrade your weapons. That's true, isn't it? You don't have to
Yeah, it's a different upgrading system, which is
you don't use the ores. What do you call it? What do you use to upgrade? You know when you go to the blacksmith, Titanite, yeah.
Titanite, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to use Titanite to upgrade your armor in that, like each little piece of your armor.
Yeah, it's a bit different, and I think that's where I was disappointed. There wasn't so much variety in things that you could do with it.
That's fair.
One of my main things, my main favorite weapon from Dark Souls 2, the weapon class was the Lancers, and there was one option.
True.
In Dark Souls 3, and I was like, boo! Also, they took away dual wielding. Boo!
Oh, true.
But continue on your hype train. Sorry to shit on you.
Dark Souls 2 is my Dark Souls 3 is my second favorite game. I really like Dark Souls 3.
Despite what Kat said.
No, I still really enjoy it. It was, I love the everything that they make. So
every time I start a Dark Souls game, I say the same thing. Because once you beat it, I beat it the one time, strength build or strength dex build, huge ultra great sword, big shield, just a big, thick, chunky boy who can take hits and deliver some mayhem. And then I always start the game and I say, I'm just going to try something else.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a mage. I'm going to be a, what do you call it?
Hex build.
Either a hex build or the faith build or any of the other stuff that's out there, the dex stuff or a rogue or anything like that. But I always end up with that ultra great sword in my hands. Always. I can't help it. I don't know why. I'm such a basic bitch gamer that I end up being.
I'm the same. The only reason I wasn't stuck like that in Dark Souls 2 was because I was so over-leveled that I could switch whatever I wanted. But I was just that's why I like the Lancers so much. One in each hand. Jab, 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 jab. Nothing's stopping me.
And there's such there's a not a hard cap or something. There's a cap on the leveling system where if you level up too much, you'll never be able to play co-op because it's you just won't find anyone to play with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll only get matched up with people that are a similar level to you and you can just max your character out.
Actually, you want to know something else? I went back to play Dark Souls 3 recently with some friends, some co-op, because I do enjoy the game. The amount of griefing that they have in that game is terrible because of that level capping that happens in the co-op. Everyone is just min-maxing, staying in the first area, destroying everyone. You can't get
that's brutal.
I just wanted to summon in my friends and go through, and you just can't because while you're just standing there waiting for your friend signs to appear, 4 people invade you and you're dead.
That's so rude.
Brutal.
Why would you ruin the
griefing.
game for everyone else?
Oh, not fun.
Who's
But the game as a
time for
whole,
that shit?
Yeah, seriously. Get a job.
I really don't get the whole griefing thing, but chill, I guess.
People are dicks.
Yeah. What are we going to do about it?
What's your favourite bit of Dark Souls 3?
There's that forest area that everyone hates that's full of poison and shit like that. I was kind of into it.
With the crabs?
Yeah. The giant crabs.
giant
oh my
crabs.
God. What was my favorite?
And then
bit?
later ice crabs.
It's a huge game. There are so many areas.
My least
favorite
favourite,
part?
just
What's my favorite boss?
while you think about your favourite part, my least favourite part was the first DLC of that game. Especially going from Dark Souls 2. They had 3 DLCs, which were amazing. And then you had Bloodborne in between, and it had 1 DLC, which was so good. And then you get to Dark Souls 3, it has 2 DLCs. The first one is hot garbage. It's this snow place, and at first I was like, yeah, this is kind of chill. You got some snow shit going on. There's big wolf. It sucks. It sucks. There's nothing redeemable about that area.
Sucks ass.
The difficulty curve just goes through the roof. There's just some enemies that just spin like a cyclone and dice the shit out of you for no reason. And then you have to run all the way back. It was just not a fun area to go through. in any way. You're falling down and you got to run for 10 minutes to get back to your co-op partners. Like, worst section. This is going to be a hot take, but worst section of any of the FromSoft games I've ever played is that part there. I don't care about Blighttown. I hate that DLC. It's shit. Done.
Passionate hate.
You know, I don't really think, you know, from... you might be able to answer... I don't know if you've got an answer to this one either, Elliot, but like, you know, when we hear your top three, like, do you have any hate on your top three picks? Anything that you hated from any of those games?
I mean, to be fair, this isn't Kat's
This is not
top
my
three.
top three.
No, but did you... Wait, were you saying some hate in yours, though?
Oh,
Yes,
I
don't
just
know.
didn't like that they re-released it and I lost all my stuff. That kind of sucked.
Okay,
The game
that's
as a
fair.
whole is perfect.
Okay, there you go.
Dylan, did you
But
find
I
a
don't
favourite
know.
part?
It's not even my favorite part, but I really enjoyed the part of the Deacons of the Deep where you just murder like all of them. They just all come at you in a big group, and especially by the time you got the giant ultra great sword, you're
That
just like,
bit's so
you're
good.
like, come here, boys. Like,
Come here,
like there's
slap.
so many of them on screen, and you can just whoosh and just like literally do massive arcing sweeps and just start killing motherfuckers wholesale. It's
It's so good.
It is
That
great.
boss is so much fun.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's an easy boss too, because once you kill all those guys and then the deacon dude pops out and you start popping. That cathedral area is amazing. It's super creepy. Just even the walk up to get to the cathedral, and then you get in there and there's like, it's gross. There's like these
it's gross AF.
there's
And you got
goopy shit everywhere, and you
like Spiky Knight in there. I forget his
Yeah.
name. Him. I love him.
is he a boss or?
No, like the Red Phantom.
Oh yeah,
So cool.
Sounds like there's some real big motion day moments in there.
Dude,
even getting there is such a like. Oh, I
the
remember.
giants in the water as well, just being like, let me past you, sluts.
Isn't that the giants in the water? Isn't that the swampy bit?
No, that's inside the cathedral. There's two. Well, I don't
Oh
know if there's two,
yeah,
but
yeah, and then you got to like release those giant gates and shit like that to like
Yeah.
get through. That was ridiculous.
that's so good.
Yeah, and the
fucking love
blood
that.
everywhere in there, or is it?
Fucking groupie, gross shit everywhere.
maybe
That's
I
where
should-
you could like restat yourself or as well.
Yeah,
that fucking bitch up in the corner.
There's that witch covenant thing
Yeah.
in there, isn't there? Yeah. Dark Souls 3 is really good.
Apparently so,
should-
yeah.
Yeah,
That Deacon to the Deep like boss room with that
Yeah.
huge big square thing with all the candles.
Such gothic,
Oh, it
such a
looks
gothic
so good.
setting. You know what I mean? Like to walk into a giant ass cathedral and it's like almost pitch black inside. It's just f***ing brutal, man.
It was so good. I love that.
Legit.
fucking
And then there's
area.
the fat things that just roll around on the floor. They crawl towards you and you can pop them as well. Dude, I've got it on PS3 or PS4 if you wanted to borrow it. Hey, like you should play it.
Dude, all of the Dark
scared
Souls
to
are
play
amazing.
more
They're
Souls
so
games.
I'm
fucking
gonna give
good.
it a hard miss.
Yeah, whatever, man.
You guys are missing out. We're
Yeah.
having
I know.
fun.
I
Truly
just,
are.
I don't know if I can bring myself.
It is an
to-
investment
Yeah.
in time and lack of
Really not that
like,
bad.
My
I mean,
backlog
just
Look
like-
at the dancer of the Boreal Valley.
Look, for Dancer is my favorite. I wore her
Really?
outfit the whole fucking
Really?
game, except for her helmet, in which I wore one of the ones from where you got to go across that huge bridge and that dog you up.
Yes, yes.
One of the
yes.
dudes over there had this really sick helmet. I wore that
lightning
with
dog.
all the dancers stuff. So fucking
Fuck,
good because
yeah.
fashion over fucking usefulness every day, my boy.
Because they set like it's almost like a rhythm game when you're versing some of the bosses as well. And the thing is that like one interesting part about Dark Souls is that they set it up for the music to almost give you hints as to when the bosses are going to attack, which means that like you get used to it. It's almost like Pavlov's dogs and conditioning. You know what I mean? Like you end up being like, yep, okay, the music's going
And
to swell,
here's the sweep.
boom,
Yeah.
block or dodge or whatever it is to get out of the way. But then you get to the dancer. And then it's like the time signature changes. And it's like every time you think it's going to hit, like you might just be slightly off. Like you've got to rework what you already know about the game.
And she moves so slow, but it's so fast.
It's
like,
it's
what am
such
I looking
a
at?
head of a boss, but just the game design element there of almost like needing a metronome to deal with it is ridiculous. I love that.
It's
sick.
so good. Oh, like you and me, Dylan, we'll get through any sort of like FromSoft fine because we've played a lot of them. But these guys, I think you just get like really frustrated really quick, and that's the investment. You got to
Very true.
get through that emotional drain of being really upset when you fucking die a lot until you get good.
That's
Yeah.
probably why one of my controllers over there is almost broken. From just like raging out when you die and like, going outside. For my, like, back when I was playing it, I'd go out and have a cigarette, come back, and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to do it again. And then you know what it's like. You guys have both beaten Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. So
Twice.
the absolute feeling of elation that you get when you beat a game like that, when you beat a big boss, that is why you play those games, for sure. But my number one favorite game of all time.
Oh shit! Holy crap!
I know.
Yeah.
We were.
Wait, I thought this was a Dark Souls podcast for a while there.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It wasn't just me. Come on.
No.
But Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 is the shit, and I don't think any of you guys have played it, have you?
Nope.
Nope.
No, I played some of it and I got stuck in a hole and then I couldn't go any further.
I can't help you. But holy shit, Half-Life 2 is the game for me. I call it my Christmas game because for some reason, year after year, for like 5 years straight, every Christmas I would just start playing it.
That's sick.
And
That's
like,
so
you know,
cute.
after we got back from like all the family gatherings and stuff like that, I was like, I'm just gonna eat my Christmas chocolate and I'm gonna play my Christmas game. I'm gonna play some Half-Life 2. And you know, by the time then I was just smashing through it. But I don't know, I just love it. It's again really old. I can't remember. It's like 2002 to 2005. I can't remember exactly when it came out. But when that dropped, that was like the release of the Source engine, or at least in its first like full game. And boy, oh boy, did that some shit up. Like that really blew the lid on what was possible for modding games and for just general storytelling. But yeah, it was the first game that had like a really reliable and consistent physics engine as well.
Yeah.
Because you'd have all the physics puzzles, you'd pick up cinder blocks on these seesaw things that might help you get up to a new area and things like that. The gunplay was very basic, but it worked, you know? And the gravity gun, that was really cool. You could, again, you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but...
I've seen videos of it. Yeah.
Perf. Point being, I love the story. I love the characters. Despite the fact that Gordon Freeman never speaks, still...
But that was kind of, I guess... I mean, it's still around to this day, that
silent
protagonist thing. But that was way more normal back then, you know?
Hell yeah.
Like...
Hope
So
you're getting
it's-
this
And I
shit.
hated it.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm not a fan of it. I want my character to have a voice, and I want him to be like... I feel like it brings more to the character.
I agree.
Than being silent.
Yeah, I agree somewhat, but I think in some situations, I mean, if that came out now, he probably would be voiced. But in an RPG or something, sometimes it's like there's that many lines of dialogue that you don't need to have that.
There's
But
also like the psychological
if I had
part
the choice,
of like if the character doesn't have a voice,
you
that's you, because you can't have a voice in the game, so it gives you a bit more connection to the character.
Your internal dialogue is the dialogue of the game in a way.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But they reference it in Half-Life 2. They're like, you're the quiet type, aren't you? But people just keep talking to you. They don't expect a reply, but it's weird like that.
Thanks for never talking to me, but here's some more information for you. I can
Yeah.
tell you need more info, so let me tell you a little
It's
bit more.
like, okay, Gordon. Just the way that you're only really moving from point A to point B in the whole game, but it really feels like you're building a resistance and that you are the one free man who's like inspiring the masses to rise up against the Combine forces and stuff like that. It is just hot shit because you get off this train, you're walking around this old beaten down rustic looking European train station, and it's like this very oppressive overworld type, like overlord type deal going on there. And you bring it down by the end of it. It's really cool. I really enjoyed it,
man.
Just the fact that I played all the time, that's why it's my number one.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Freesh. Well, I think that's all our topics for this week, but we do have a whole...
Wow.
yo.
You're not going to let Elliot go through his top 3 games?
Wow.
So, Elliot, what about your top 3 games?
Well, thank you, Dylan. Let me start at number 3 as well. Like the rest of us, Mitch.
Again, what's the dig?
I'm just riffing on you
No,
for
it
fun.
just seems like the
Okay.
regular way to do something,
See,
mate.
My number 3 is a bit hard because I have a couple of say number 3s, but I'm gonna go with God of War 2018, which we've spoken about a lot on this podcast. It is just a sensational story. Combat is so fun. It's such a cool reimagining of an awesome character. Like I used to love God of War 1 and 2. I didn't really get into number 3 or Ascension, but man, this game was the f***ing tits.
I almost put God of War on my list. It's very close.
It's so good. I think as soon as I finished playing it, I was like, this is up there. Like top 5 of all time, but I'm putting it number 3. And we've spoken about it at length, so I don't really have that much to say. Did you end up finishing it?
Nope.
Get on it, bro. It's so good.
If you get home and you're like, I want a quiet night, I'm going to play Cyberpunk. God of War.
Yes, do
Slap
that. Please
bad
do.
boy in.
Yeah,
I've got, even if I have a moment like that, I've got to have motivation to play it. Sorry.
Motivation is the story, man. You love it. It's so good. The ending,
So good.
I just wish we could talk about the ending because I don't want to spoil it for you because
I'm pretty sure I've seen the ending multiple times on
Look,
Facebook.
Dylan hasn't finished it either, so just chill.
What?
Just chill, man.
wait, I thought you did. No,
I thought I slipped by.
I always
honestly-
forget
You
because
know
you're
that
such
meme
a
of that
PS4
fucking
boy.
You know that fucking puppet that looks looks off.
He's
to the
like this.
side?
He's like,
yeah, yeah. That doesn't translate well into podcast, but
no, but people can picture what they like.
you can imagine it. You know the puppet looking sideways. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I always forget because you're such a PlayStation boy that I just figure you finished it.
More of a PC boy than a PlayStation boy.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Play the game,
Well, I'm a bit
and we'll move on.
Just everybody.
Canos Los Dos.
Everybody play it. It'll blow your minds. Anyway, I love that fucking game. It's so good. Kratos, what a great character. What a
Christopher Judge,
oh,
perfect.
yeah.
Fucking perfect casting.
Yeah, he killed that. So did Atreus. Killed it. I don't know that kid's name, but he was great.
Go you, kid.
It's probably a grown ass man just doing some voice.
No, it was a kid.
No, he's a kid. You watched the...
Did you not watch the documentary?
Joking. It's a joke.
Did you not watch the Game Awards? He came out on
I
stage.
was forced. I had to watch that documentary.
Dude, it's so
Fuck
good.
best.
It was pretty good.
All right, my number 2, again, probably for no surprise, is The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
Hot.
Yeah.
Just
Hot.
holy shit! There is no RPG quite like that. Like I like Fallout. I know it's a completely different style, but I like Fallout. I like Skyrim. I like Mass Effect. But as an RPG, this is just head and shoulders above everything. It's so long. The story is so in depth. There's so
so
much cool
beautiful.
shit, amazing monsters and characters, and like everyone in it is awesome. All the main cast are fucking amazing. Triss and Yennefer, and obviously Geralt and Ciri is so fucking awesome.
What's old mate's name? The older Witcher?
Oh shit! Like your
Well,
Your mentor, dude.
yeah. What is his fucking name?
Boy.
He was a bit of a
this is
chiller too.
awkward.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
And then
You're right. All the
witches.
are sick.
And there's that awesome bit, like when you back at Kaer Morhen with all the witches towards the end of the game, and you all get drunk together. It's quite a serious game a lot of the time, but this bit you all get drunk and just like it's so good, and you can like just you can choose to go to bed like a few times through it, but if you keep staying up, you end up like passed out on the floor and wake up in the morning and you have to like fight the bloody wild hunt, and it's just there's so many.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the night before you fight the wild hunt, you all get pissed with the witches, and it is some funny f***ing shit. They end up like getting dressed up in Yennefer's dresses and like calling up some of the witches. So shit, it's so good.
Yeah.
The DLC again, I know we spoke about this last week, but like Hearts of Stone is like it's almost like a thriller or something like that. It's just so well done, and it's got the creepiest theme and one of the coolest characters, Gaunter O'Dim, and he's like this weird like devil-like character, but he's just scheming and he's awesome. Ooh. It's so good. I would highly recommend that, but I think Blood and Wine is probably the best expansion that's ever been made.
It was so pretty.
It's like 30 hours worth of content or more, and you get a house, and you like it's like vampires and just intrigue and shit.
Vampire stuff on YouTube, and it's sick. It's scary too. Like there's a part. Don't you get in a conversation tree with a vampire, and it's just like he'll kill you, like if you f it up.
Well, it's interesting, like how the branching paths work, because if you go into this like fairy tale land. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's like there's like Red Riding Hood, and there's like the Three Pigs, and there's all these fairy tale characters. You're inside like a book. I think it's like you get transported inside this book to find. I can't even remember now. But anyway, if you help someone in this, you have like it changes the ending of the DLC because you get this certain thing. And like, if you don't get it, you don't have to fight the higher vampire, who's like one of the hardest bosses in The Witcher.
Yeah.
But if you help any, in RPGs, you're like, oh, I'll help someone out. That will end up being good for me in the end. It actually makes the game a hell of a lot harder because you have to fight that higher vampire. And he starts off as like his human form, and then he goes a bit more crazy, and then he goes full on like this creepy thing with wings. And then you like take his health down again, and he becomes this, I don't even know how to explain it. It's this bubble of blood, and it's fucking gross, but it is such a cool boss fight. But if you don't do one little thing, you don't have to do any of that, and you wouldn't even see that boss fight.
Right.
It's amazing. But that's just the DLC. So the main story though is unbelievable. Ciri's such a cool character. That's my number 2.
Sicky.
Hell yeah, dog.
And speaking of, you mentioned that in Dark Souls you always choose the same class.
Yeah.
It kind of fits for this one as well, because my number 1 game is Mass Effect 2. Now, I almost think the Mass Effect franchise as a whole, Mitch, I would kind of go with your whole Gears of War thing, but I'm going to choose Mass Effect 2. It's just, again, it's almost a perfect game.
Huge call.
Big call.
So there's a couple of things that I guess would people may look at it and go, it's not as good as number 1, but I highly disagree. Just because like the RPG mechanics are trimmed down a little bit, so it's a little bit more actiony, but hell, the story in that game is so good and so satisfying. The suicide mission, the ending of the game, have you guys played Mass Effect?
Nope.
Dylan?
I know, but not enough.
No. Oh my god, I would
haven't finished
highly
it, hell,
recommend. Yeah. Did you play number 1?
Yeah, I didn't finish that. I got like probably a few hours in, and I was like, "F this."
Okay. Wow.
You probably didn't want to hear that. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's fine. You're the one missing out. I mean,
I probably am.
I'm less like, I love sci-fi like more than any genre, I think. And Mass Effect just like scratched that itch when I first played the first one. I was like, oh, I'm all about this. Number 2 came out, and it's just like everything is refined. Like the combat is really good, and the powers are very similar to the first one, but just more refined, and there's more you can do with your squad members. There's like the loyalty missions are just, they change the whole game, because like if you don't get every single player's loyalty, like every one of your squad members' loyalty, they will probably die in the final mission. And if you don't get anyone's loyalty, and we tested this out, me and my friend, Shepard dies in the final mission.
Whoa.
And you fail like the game. You fail the game.
Do you have to like restart the entire game?
Well, it's like critical mission failure, and that's the end. And there's like a like credit, I guess, pre-credit scene of like all the coffins and like Shepard's coffin. And it's,
my God.
Yeah, it's fucking fucked up.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Pretty much. But yeah, the suicide mission, which is like the final mission of the game, is I think one of the best designed missions in any game ever. It's like you have to choose the right squad members to do the right things, otherwise they will die. Even if they are loyal, they can die. And when my first run through with my like the character I brought over from Mass Effect 1, Tali, who is like one of the coolest characters in the series, she died, and I went back and replayed that mission multiple times, and I couldn't get her to survive. And like so my main Shepard, who I used throughout the trilogy, Tali had died, and she's like a great character, but I was like, I was resigned myself to like deal with that. But I finished it on every difficulty. Like insanity in that game was so fucking hard. There's some enemies called Praetorians, and they're just like this fucked up alien thing that shoots like ridiculous attacks at you and like shockwaves, and they were the hardest part of the entire game. I think even the final like boss that you fight wasn't that hard, but I struggled through because I loved it so much. It was the first game I got all the achievement score for as well. So
That's huge call as well.
And there's amazing DLC, and just so good. And I just recently played it again about 3 months ago.
It's his Christmas game.
It could be, actually. It fucking holds up too. Like, and it's a really deep decision-based game, but it's only about 30 to 40 hours plus DLC, I guess. But it's like, it's not bloated. When you do your loyalty missions and your side missions and even like the main quests, it's like you go into like you take your ship to a planet and then it's like kind of a linear level through like a certain area that you'll probably never revisit again. But it's just so well designed and so tight and it's amazing. But the thing about you always choosing the same class, I always, in Mass Effect, I'm like, yeah, I'll play something different. I have for a few times, but Sentinel every fucking time. Even I think I played Insanity on Mass Effect 2 with a soldier because I wanted to be like, have all the gun, like choose from all the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you are limited to what guns you can use per class. But every other time I played Mass Effect, I'll make all the other decisions. I'll play Renegade, I'll play Paragon, but I'll always can play Sentinel.
Yeah, nice.
It's just such an all-round good like class because you have some tech abilities, some
it
biotic.
basic?
It's not basic. It's probably I think Engineer's probably the most complex, but Sentinel's complex as well because you can do a little bit of everything, but you're limited on like your weapon selection and stuff. But fucking hell, that game still holds up over time. Highly recommend just playing it. You can do, if you haven't played number 1 and you want to play it, you can do like a little thing called Mass Effect Genesis, which is like a 15-minute thing where you choose all the
story beats.
story from number 1.
Yeah, they did the same for like
Dragon
Inquisition
Age.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. They've always done it for the Dragon Age and Mass Effect
Yeah.
series. So
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Highly recommend. Best game of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, nice. Sorry for almost forgetting you there, Elliot.
No, it's fine.
I don't know why, but I just forgot.
It's because you went before me, so
Yeah, I
you
screwed
usually
that
go
up. I
last.
thought, but there you go. You live and you learn.
You know how I remembered my favorite game halfway through yours, Dylan?
Is it
What was it?
Bloodborne?
It's Final Fantasy 12. That's all I'm going to say. I don't need to say
okay.
anything else. That's it.
I don't need to elaborate. That's awesome. Well, there you go. I hope Adam likes games. One is satiated.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, Adam. And
Yeah.
if anyone else wants to hear us talk about a topic, hit us up in the comments or on Twitter.
Beautiful.
I feel like we should have Christmas. Like we should all go and find our Christmas games now.
What's my Christmas game?
Yeah, I'm.
Topic for next
hot
week.
topic. For
Yeah,
this.
I've got one in my mind now, but yeah, I feel like that should be something.
Yeah. Let's put that in the old bargain.
Let's
bin
do
of
it.
ideas.
That Christmas special.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Boom. Boom. That's an idea right there. Awesome. Well, I thought we'd wrap today's episode up just by going through some of the upcoming games for this month.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There's a lot of games coming out this month, but we've gone through and we've selected the
The interesting one.
the
Ones
good
that we
ones.
care
Our
about.
hot picks.
And the ones that aren't just, expansion packs. But funnily enough, we're going to start off with an expansion. So, we have Apex Legends Season 2 coming out July 2nd. So
We just
Tuesday.
have an expansion though.
Yeah.
Or is
No,
it
it's a
it's a patch.
season. Yeah.
It's a
a season. A
Yeah.
season.
How
Massive.
big did you say it was?
20 gigabytes.
Oh,
20
come on, it's an
gigabytes.
expansion.
It's
That could work.
It's out today.
Gigabyte. Dude.
So by the time this goes up, it's already out.
It's
There you
live.
go. So we're
Yeah.
behind the curve. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, but there you go. So we've also got Final Fantasy 14 online, Shadowbringers DLC.
Which is also
Out
out today.
today.
There you go.
Well, yesterday.
Awesome.
yesterday.
The more I see of that game,
Second.
the more I want to play it. But what an investment.
Yeah.
What
That.
an
Plus, isn't it like you pay subscription?
Promo.
That.
So this next one is Stranger Things 3 the game. PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. 4th of July. Is that when the season comes out?
Something like that. Yeah.
Or it'd have to be, right? There's no way
Yeah.
to drop the game before the season.
Hobbit.
Yeah. I'm still a season behind. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
This isn't a
This was cool. It's like
show podcast anyway.
16-bit graphics, kind of cool looking, isometric. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Wouldn't play it, but
Especially considering it's like, trying to be, 80s-ish.
Yeah.
yeah.
Show's all about.
Good tie-in.
Yeah. Bit of cross media for you. Very cool. We've also got Sea of Solitude for PC, PS4, Xbox One coming out July 5th. What the is that?
That's that one. I think we spoke about it on an episode. It was at EA Play last year. at E3. It's all about like depression and mental illness and
Wow.
stuff, but it's like
It looks really pretty.
looks really beautiful.
You're on a boat.
Yeah.
And like half of the buildings are underwater. The buildings are like pink. And
The lady who spoke about it was like really passionate about it, and she
Ooh, it looks pretty.
She was like, I don't know if you remember, she was on stage at EA Play last year, like almost tearing up because she was so happy to be talking about her game. And it looks really cool. It's like tackling serious themes, but in like like not cartoony, but like
Here we go.
highly stylized world.
Here's a cool synopsis which makes me more interested. The player controls a young woman named Kay as she explores an abandoned submerged city and its scaly red-eyed creatures in order to reveal why Kay herself has turned into a monster.
Oh my gosh.
So
That is a
very-
pretty hot description right
It's
there.
Deep
EA
themes.
Originals game.
It looks really cool.
I can't wait to not play that on on what do they call it? Origin. Yeah. But anyway, no, it does actually sound really cool, but I don't know, EA, man, they just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, same.
But no worries. Moving on to Dragon Quest Builders 2. We got a hot take of this one on through the E3 Square Enix presentation.
Dude, that was a long fucking video that they showed for that.
We're
I would
sitting
have
there
been
going,
more interested in Dragon Quest Builders 2 had they shown me less.
Probably.
It's probably really good too. The first one's meant to be
Probably.
really good.
The whole time I'm just sitting there tapping my leg going like, show me Avengers, show me Avengers, show me Avengers. So I wasn't really taking on anything, but
That's fine, that's fine.
that's coming out on PS4 and Switch July 12th. We've also got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order for
Yeah.
Switch.
I'm pretty
coming out
keen for
July
this.
19. That
I might
looks
get
pretty
this.
sweet.
Might review this, I think.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Heck, dude.
Oh,
baby.
real.
Oh, real.
Real?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Bit of couch co-op. Hell yeah.
Yeah, nice. I'd love to see what you have to say about it.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not going to pay to play as Thanos, but
You can't, anyway.
Oh, you can't even play as Thanos.
He's the bad guy, bro.
Oh, but sometimes you get to play as.
You
bad
might be able to.
people.
It might be unlockable. That'd be cool.
Oh shit!
Just go around.
Can't wait to pay $15 for that.
Just click them away. I will win every match. Boom.
Boom! That's it. Decimate those.
The game ends because you just killed half the population.
We've also got Beyond Two Souls coming out on PC July 22nd. So Beyond Two Souls, I finished that game.
I loved it. I really like that game.
I thought her Ellen Page's performance was pretty all right. It was
What about
pretty
Willems?
good. Willem Dafoe.
Wait.
for the short amount of time he showed up.
No, that.
And Iden was like the monster. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Ultimately, though, I remember finishing that game and being like, well, that was crap. Well, I mean, I didn't enjoy it in total.
I just think it's
A lot of
cool
people
that-
think it's crap, but
they're
I,
I loved Heavy Rain. I loved
See,
Heavy Rain.
I didn't like Heavy Rain that much because, like, I picked the killer.
Jason!
I picked the killer like so early in the game, and I didn't play most of it. I watched the entire game, but I picked the killer and ruined the story for me and Tash. So
Really?
yeah, I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
I was like, he's the
He
killer. Tash is like, what? I'm like, he's definitely the killer. He was the killer.
You're definitely smarter than I am. Because when that shit happened, I was like,
Nani?
like legit, I was like, I never would have got that, man.
I don't know how I did it.
I wouldn't have got that. That was a head scratcher, man. That got me. But yeah,
Detroit's still the best out of the three, I think.
I haven't played it.
Well, it's on
It's gonna
PS
come.
Plus this month for free, so
Yeah, it is. And I assume it's going to come to PC.
it is.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently, yeah.
Cool.
Which is cool.
I might play that. There you go. And what else do we have, guys?
We got the Kill la Kill if. Is it if?
I don't know
or
if it's if or IF. IF.
IF. Like
Yeah.
both of the letters are capitals.
Oh,
So-
If?
Yeah.
Well, it's if or IF. I don't know. Either way, Kill la Kill coming out for PS4 and Switch later this month, but on the
I feel like
26th. But first, it comes out on PC on the 25th.
I feel like they went under the radar a bit. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really... I had no idea that was going to be a thing.
Yeah. I've heard some places talk about it. Game Informer was talking about it.
Oh, yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that at all.
Big rip.
Next one up is Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's coming out on Switch on July 26th.
I want that shit. I want
No
that
idea what that is.
shit.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, then again, I don't have a Switch, so I'm not concerned for any games that are coming out on
Is
Switch.
Tashi going to get that one?
Probably not. No. I don't know if she's ever played Fire Emblem game.
I
but
think she'd like it.
She would.
Tashi's
like
not going to play it. You know, it's too anime. Like, that's pretty.
I think she'd want Kill la Kill though because it's anime.
There you go.
Them
There we
big
go.
anime titties. And then on the 26th, for all platforms, the big one of the month is Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yes,
I'm
please.
keen for this.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
please.
get this on release. I'm so keen for this
Sick.
because I
Big-
absolutely loved the trailer. I absolutely loved the way they sold it. Like
Looks
the
cool.
aesthetics, like
There's gotta
the
be co-op,
music.
right?
It is co-op.
It
yeah.
is co-op.
So, Mitch, let's do it, baby.
Let's fucking do it, man.
If you-
I'll watch.
go. Let's do
It
it.
sounds sick. Like honestly, people probably want to get me checked out. But then again, we all played Modern Warfare 2, and none of us hesitated to just go.
I didn't.
And pull that. Okay, so you two probably are fine then. Dylan,
Just listen, Mitch. Remember, no Russian.
literally, being a teenager, I should be checked out right now.
mean-
Because the fact that I went out into that airport, saw all those innocent people, and went with an LMG. Unloaded the entire magazine until I had to reload and then unload it again into the civilians.
To
Like,
be fair, everyone did that, but at least in Youngblood,
I didn't know
you're
you
killing
could not do
Nazis. So.
yeah, literally,
True, not
there's an
pedestrians or
option to
whatever.
not do that, but I did not hesitate. I just
There's-
lit
yeah,
into
I-
the citizens.
Not that I would have known that you could have not pulled the trigger.
Yeah, but so
I
the,
will not hesitate.
busy
the point
mowing
I'm
them
getting
down.
back to that I'm sick is literally going behind people with a knife and stabbing them repeatedly in the chest. But it's okay because they're Nazis.
They're Nazis,
so I'm allowed
man.
to do that.
Hell yeah.
Man, that is the best excuse for ultra violence.
Hell fucking yeah.
It's okay,
They're
they're
Nazis, man.
Nazis.
Right, chill. It's a Nazi.
That was a nazi. Don't worry about
He's
it.
a Nazi.
And the last one on the list here is Mutant Year Zero: Seed of Evil.
Is this-
PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch for July 30?
DLC?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
believe
DLC?
so.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay.
I've wanted to play Mutant Year Zero for ages, and I haven't been able to. But you know what? It's on Game Pass. May as well download that bad boy.
It's like XCOM with a duck.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
But yeah,
Yeah, I can't think of anything worse. Anyway,
you guys are missing out on XCOM. I'm telling you.
okay.
I'd play XCOM. I don't know about the duck one, but aliens. Cool.
Aliens. Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah,
Another
what do you bloody know?
Another beautiful bloody episode of Spawn Respawn. This was episode 10. 10. Double digits. Technically episode 11 if you count the E3 episode as well.
Yeah.
But you know
we're gonna
what?
call it
But we don't. That was a special edition. Cheeky.
Cheeky
buddy.
bloody
Cheeky.
buggers, aren't we? We're all picking up the same blockbusters from the same. I screwed that one up.
I
But
just
anyway,
like to
We're
say-
borrowing weeklies from the same Blockbuster video.
Just like to say I'm proud of us boys making 10. It's a good, nice little milestone for us.
Yeah.
He's good. And you
Yeah,
want to know
good on
something
us.
else? We almost made this one 2 hours when we were like, yeah, we'll probably get 40
Oh
minutes.
my fucking god. We can talk.
Praise.
We can talk shit. There
Praise-
we go. But
Praise the Lord.
thank you so much
Praise
for
Sunboy.
being on our Spawn Respawn journey. It means a lot to have lovely listeners such as yourselves. Please submit any ideas for content or questions or anything at all our way. We're definitely going to be engaging with our audience through our Twitter, which you can find us at Spawn Respawn PC if you want to get amongst that. Beyond that, my name is Dylan Smith. You can find me on Twitter as at CitizenSmith14.
Spot on. I am Elliot Porter. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook as Direct Gaming. Link in the description.
and I'm Mitchell Barnsley. You can find me in the link below because we always do this. There's no point me saying it.
Just click it.
Just click it. That's okay. On to you.
And I am Cat, and you can find me as CapCat pretty much everywhere. Links
Except
below as well.
on Twitter, you are
Except
not
for-
CapCat.
On Twitter, yeah.
I realised
I
that.
got sniped. Someone else took my name. And
Sniped.
I'm pretty sure they don't even use their account. So I'm CapCatty there. Find me.
Beautiful. Well, thanks again for listening to another episode of Spawn Respawn. That's all from us. So we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
And peace.
Peace, guys.